What's going on, everybody? Today is Saturday, March the 1st. Pops and I are down here in the shop. Oh, he's over there sweeping. We've been busy this morning. I just didn't pick up the camera. I just wanted to make sure we got to work and got everything knocked out on Carson's chassis as far as fabrication stuff goes. Everything is fabbed minus door bar, rear bumper, and so we're going to do that once we get it all welded, because we have to roll the chassis over on its side and on its lid to get everything welded. So I don't want to put the bumper and door bar on there and bend it or whatever when we roll it. So Pops and I have been pretty busy this morning. Got everything majorly fabricated. That's all the big stuff. And then now it's mainly welding. And of course, like I said, the door bar and stuff. But we'll do all that later. We'll do it in this video, but it'll be a little bit later. Right now, it's probably about, I don't know, 10 o'clock. Well, maybe later than that. It may be closer to 11. So we've been down here since about 7 o'clock. And been working pretty good. So I'll turn the camera around, show y'all what we've gotten done, and show y'all what we're about to do, and let y'all hang out with us while we get this thing welded up today. Y'all hang out. Alrighty, so today, Pops and I came in, and we finished up the front end. We've got all of our little bracing in here. We put our bracing here, radiator mount with tabs down there, and then got all that buttoned up first, and then we done the door plating. I'll show y'all that. I know some people asked how we were going to do it, and it was a little tricky, but we made it work. Door plating all on there smooth, turned out pretty good. And so we got all that. All of our bracing is done. We knocked out the fuel cell cage a little bit ago, so we've got it made, and it will move side to side pretty good. Clamps are a little tight. So Carson sent me the measurements on his fuel cell, so I just built the cage to the fuel cell that he sent me. And from now on, guys that buy chassis from us, I've been recommending the rectangle fuel cell. So it works better as far as adjustment in the car. You can get pretty good ways over to the left, and you got plenty of room. It'll come pretty good ways to the right if you need it. Rectangular fuel cell fits in there better than the wedge fuel cell, to be honest with you. I like the wedge fuel cell, but really in these cars, it doesn't serve any purpose. If something does run up in here and bend all of this, you can pretty much count the rear clip bad anyway. So I like the rectangle fuel cell for more movement, and that's what we're going to recommend from now on in these chassis. So that's where we're at. I'm going to throw the camera up on time lapse, and Pops and I are going to get this thing rolled over. We thought we may have some help today, but we don't. So we're going to get it let down a little bit closer to the floor, and we're going to get it slid over. That way we can roll it up on the driver's side door bars, and then we can get started welding stuff underneath it, and then welding stuff that's hard to reach in the main cage there. So y'all hang out. All right, y'all. As y'all can tell, that's not the easiest thing to do. And we tried not to. We were trying something, but we did end up bending the side of the firewall. There's just no way around it. We had a plan, but it didn't work. But it's all right. We'll straighten it up. Ain't no big deal. We can bend it back and straighten it and get it where it needs to be. But it's not an easy task with two people. So I got what I could with it up on the passenger side. We decided to lay it on its lid. Now I'm going to get everything else, bottom of my halo, everything that I can look at and weld from this position. And then once we get it welded like this, then we'll go up on the driver's side and look at it again and weld whatever needs to be welded from that point of view. So it's just a matter of walking around it 20,000 times and making sure all of it's welded. So Pops and I usually try to look at it from every angle every time we flip it and see what's not welded and what needs to be welded and go from there. So I didn't want it to be thrown up on time lapse the entire time. So there's still some pretty good bit of bars under here that need to be welded. And I did get a lot welded from the way it was laying up on its side, but I still need to weld a pretty good bit of it. So we got to do some trimming. A lot of the times we have to do some trimming on these firewalls where they meet the floor pan, like right here. We'll get all the edges ground down with a flap disc, and then I'll throw some weld on the bottom of the floor pan and stuff, just for added security. Added security. So we got weld underneath all this where we plated under all of our tubing. So now, usually when it's upside down like this, usually when I get the most welding done, because I get in there and I weld my halo and door bars and stuff. But once we get it on the driver's side, then I can weld all my door bar supports in there. So it's getting there. We'll get it welded up here in a little bit and get her flipped back up so we can do a door bar and stuff and get this thing knocked out. This is the hardest part really of the whole build, is getting it flipped over and welded. So we'll get it knocked out. Y'all hang out with us. I'm gonna throw it back up on time lapse, do some more welding. All right, y'all. It is considerably later in the day. Pops and I have been down here all day and we've been busting it. And we just got finished up with Carson's chassis. Everything's welded. All the tabs are on it. Door bar's built. Rear bumper's built. Everything is ready to go. So we've been hard at it. It's been a nice day. Weather's been nice. Sunny day. And starting to cool off a little bit, actually. I think tonight it's supposed to be back in the 30s, but anyway. It's been a nice day. It's been a good day. Pops and I have been hard at it. And when you get frustrated doing this stuff, you got to look at the end result. And that's what makes it all count. So we thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for subscribing. We're going to turn the camera around and show y'all the finished product. Y'all hang out. Alrighty, there she is. Went ahead and just built a straight rear bumper with a hoop on it. Some of these guys run the bumper covers. Some of them don't. The rules say you can or you don't have to. You can, but you have to close the back end with sheet metal. So usually the sheet metal, we put our T-bar brackets on here. So the T-bar will be back here. And they can adjust the T-bar if they do run a cover to fit right under the top edge of the cover. If not, they can run straight up and then put sheet metal in there and it'll all be back behind the bumper. So just a straight rear bumper, fuel cell cage, movable fuel cell cage. And then of course we got all of our body tabs. This is a T-bar tab. As you can see, we put body tabs all on the bottom. Roof tabs to mount a roof We finished our firewall, the top piece to it. Pops and I cut it, and then we notched the holes and got it on there. We got all of our tabs up front, body tabs, bumper mounts. We don't do a front bumper. There's a lot of guys out there that build front bumpers and companies that make front bumpers that are very reasonable price-wise. We like the performance bodies or the Speedway brand front bumpers. For the money, you can't beat it. So we set these up just like a stock metric, pretty much. They're 38.5 center to center, and that's pretty much what your performance bodies bumpers are, which they slip together in the middle, so you have a little play. But we put these 38.5 center, and then we built the door bar, 1.5 with 1.25 kickers, all thick tabs bolted together with a 1/2 inch bolt. Tabs stuck to the inside, of course, in case the door does lay against this. It won't hit the tabs, but if they want to bow the door out some, they can put angle on the door and then put some aluminum in there or spring steel or whatever they prefer. So that is her right there. That is a complete chassis. Number 12, it will be heading to Tennessee tomorrow morning. I think they said they'd be here about 8, 9 o'clock. So Pops and I got her knocked out today. We like the new design. We're gonna make a few adjustments just so it makes it a little more pleasing to the eye. It'll still be double halo, but we'll work on that on the next one. We'll show y'all that. We got all of our ground bolts welded on for grounds. One here by the battery, one on the dash, so you can ground your gauges and switches right there. And then there's a 3/8 ground bolt right there to put it on a ground strap to the motor. And that way it'll be grounded good. But we, all that fits good. We're gonna take pictures of it to send to Carson and show him how it's finished, but we're gonna have to keep our weight clamps. So, but it turned out good. That back bumper ain't it straight. Needs to go in on one side a little more, but we'll get it. Ain't no big deal. This video is probably gonna be shorter than what I would like for it to be, but that's okay. We're gonna do some more videoing tomorrow when we work on this girl right here. So Pops and I are gonna come in tomorrow, probably do cleanup. Y'all know how we are. We like to do a cleanup day once we finish the chassis. And we're gonna clean up some of our mess and get some garbage out of here. Yeah, we're gonna get some garbage out. Pops is wanting to arrange the corner over there in the shelves. And I've got to go through springs and pick what spring rate I want to start with on this thing. I've got a pretty good idea where we're gonna be at. And like I said, we're just waiting on shocks. And once they come in, we'll get this thing on the ground. We're gonna go ahead and get the drive shaft in it tomorrow because I plan to go get some U-joints and see if we can't get it back on the ground and rolling. I like to at least drive around the yard and make sure the gears and everything are good and everything sounds good in the drivetrain. We got to put some more fluid in the transmission because it's about leaked out. Yeah. Our cap that we had on the back of the tail housing is full of fluid, but it all keeps running out. So we'll have to plug the hole up with the new drive shaft. But there it is. We're going to call it a day. We've put in a long one. It's about probably a little after 5 now. Like I said, we've been here since 7 this morning. Not yet?
Not yet.
Let me see if it'll let
About
me look.
4:30.
I think it's later than that. It won't let me pull my phone down video. Oh, yeah, it will. 5:21. What? I was close.
Dang.
We're getting more daylight.
It sure is.
Anyway, we're going to quit boring y'all. We're going to get out of here. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for subscribing. Thank y'all for the parts. Thank y'all for the sponsorship. We are very, very thankful. Let me turn that around. we're very thankful for everyone sending us stuff. I've had some people contact me today. They asked if, I'm sure he's probably okay with this, Mr. Bruce Jones. I mentioned him in a video before. Mr. Bruce sent me a message earlier today and asked if I had a fire suit. And I do actually have a new fire suit. I ordered one a while back. It's currently being hemmed because it was a little long. So once I get it this week, we'll be good to go. My mom sponsored me some shoes. So I ordered some new driving shoes that are up to date. Like I said, everything I had was out of date. So also we've got gloves coming. I want to thank Thomas Rose for the helmet. He sent me a message on Facebook. Had a good conversation with him. Buddy, I appreciate you watching the videos. And hopefully all of you guys that are up north can get down this summer and come hang out with us at the racetrack. Thomas bought the helmet and the gloves, so gloves are on the way. We appreciate that very much. We appreciate every one of y'all sending stuff. I appreciate it very much for the safety equipment and everything. It means the world to me. Mr. Bruce asked if I had a fire suit, and I told him I did. So he offered to buy us 2 new tires. So we appreciate that. So we're getting to that point where we're getting things ready to go to the racetrack, and tires is one of the big key factors. So y'all know in the past, we have tires sitting around everywhere, but they're all pull-offs. They're all hand-me-downs, I guess you could say, but they're good tires. There's a lot of tires that we have are really good tread tires, and we can buff them and sop them, whatever we need to do to make them last. And but we are going to start thinking about getting some new stuff for the race season, and Mr. Bruce is going to help with that. So we appreciate you, buddy. Thank you, every one of y'all, for everything y'all do for us. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't. That's the best way you can help us. But we're going to call it a day because I'm hungry. I know Pops is hungry.
I am.
Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for subscribing. And until next time.
Appreciate it, guys, gals. Thank y'all very much for everything y'all done for us.
Yep.
And until next time, God bless you.
See y'all.